Imagine, the police have to enter your home, and in doing so, they damage your property. Who pays for those damages? Your insurance? The police? That was a controversy brought to the district court. Now, before we dig into that, though, let's look at the background. On July 25th, 2020, Wesley Little kidnapped a 15-year-old girl. After a high-speed car chase, Mr. Little entered the home of Vicki Baker. Now, Mr. Little had worked there previously as a handyman. Ms. Baker's daughter was there, and after letting Mr. Little into the house, she called police. When McKinney police arrived, they set up a perimeter around Ms. Baker's home. Eventually, Mr. Little released the girl, who exited the house, and told police that Mr. Little was armed, high on methamphetamine, and hiding in the attic. Little told the police that he was not going back to prison, that he knew he was going to die and planned to shoot it out with the cops. The police tried to drive Mr. Little out of the house with tear gas. When that didn't work, officers detonated explosives to break down doors and used a tank-like vehicle to bulldoze the backyard fence. However, by the time police gained entry, Mr. Little had taken his own life. While the actions taken by the police were necessary and proper, they did leave approximately $50,000 in damages. From Justice Sotomayor's statement, we read, "The explosions left Baker's dog permanently blind and deaf. The toxic gas that permeated the house required the services of a hazmat remediation team. Appliances and fabrics were irreparable. Ceiling fans, plumbing, floors, hard surfaces as well as carpet, and bricks need to be replaced. In addition to the windows, blinds, fence, front door, and garage door. Essentially, all of the personal property in the house was destroyed, including an antique doll collection left to Baker by her mother." Now, you may think that this damage would be covered by homeowners insurance, but it's not. Moreover, it appears that homeowners insurance policies generally do not cover damages caused by government. From Justice Sotomayor's statement, Baker, who bore no responsibility for what had occurred at her home, then filed a claim for property damages with the city. The city denied the claim in its entirety. Baker thereafter sued the city, alleging a violation of the Takings Clause. At the summary judgment stage, the district court held that the city's destruction of Baker's property was a compensatable takings under the Fifth Amendment. This is based on Baker v. McKinney. Following trial, a jury awarded Baker nearly $60,000 in damages. So far, things seem okay for Ms. Baker, but that was about to change. When the city appealed the district court's decision, the Fifth Circuit reversed. But why? On appeal, the Fifth Circuit reversed. The court declined to adopt the city's broad assertion that the Takings Clause never requires compensation when a government agent destroys property pursuant to its police power. Such a broad categorical rule, the Fifth Circuit reasoned, was at odds with its own precedent and this court's Takings Clause jurisprudence. The Circuit Court didn't completely agree with the city's position that the Takings Clause never requires a government to compensate property owners for damages done while exercising their police powers. The Fifth Circuit thought that the position was at odds with their precedent on the Takings Clause. Instead, the Fifth Circuit adopted a narrower rule that it understood to be compelled by history and precedent. The Takings Clause does not require compensation for damaged property when it is objectively necessary for officers to damage a property in an act of emergency to prevent imminent harm to persons. Interesting. The Fifth Circuit did not come to this decision because of the Constitution, but because of what it had decided before. So let's look at the Takings Clause and see if the Fifth Circuit's precedent is constitutionally sound.